The gym lights buzzed overhead like angry hornets, casting harsh white pools on the blue mats. It was 9:47 p.m., 13 minutes before closing, and the place was almost empty. Almost. A single man in a grey janitor's jumpsuit pushed a wide mop in slow, tired arcs. His shoulders were broad but slumped, like someone carrying more than the bucket at his feet. The name tag on his chest read Marcus, custodial. No one in the dojo had ever asked his last name. Across the room, a cluster of black belts lingered after adult class, still buzzing from sparring. The loudest voice belonged to Cody Reynolds, 26, undefeated in the regional circuit, fresh off a tournament win in Vegas, and the proud owner of a brand new black belt he'd only been wearing for 6 weeks. Cody had the kind of swagger that made people either love him or want to punch him. Tonight, it was leaning toward the second. He watched Marcus mop the same spot for the third time and laughed. "Hey, man," Cody called, cupping his hands like a megaphone. "You ever think about getting on the mat instead of just cleaning it?" The other black belt snickered. Marcus didn't look up. He just kept mopping. "I'm serious," Cody said, louder. "Come spar. Just for fun. I'll go light. Promise I won't hurt you." The laughter grew. Marcus stopped. He leaned the mop against the wall, wiped his hands on a rag, and finally met Cody's eyes. There was no anger in them, only exhaustion, and something deeper, something ancient and quiet. "I got a kid waiting at home," Marcus said, voice low. "I don't play fight for fun." Cody grinned wider. 5 minutes. "Come on, old man. Show us what you got." The head instructor, Sensei Park, was locking the office. He heard the exchange and started across the floor, ready to shut it down. But Marcus raised one hand, barely a gesture, and Sensei Park froze. Something in the janitor's eyes made the room go still. Marcus sighed like a man lifting the world. "Gloves or no gloves?" he asked. The gym erupted in whoops. 2 minutes later, Marcus stood barefoot on the mat in borrowed gym shorts and a faded grey t-shirt that hung loose on his frame. Cody bounced on his toes, mouthguard in, shin guards gleaming. The other black belts formed a loose circle, phones already up. Sensei Park shook his head but didn't stop it. He'd seen that look on Marcus before, years ago, in grainy competition footage from the 90s he'd stumbled across one sleepless night. He'd never said a word. Some ghosts are better left sleeping. Cody tapped gloves. "Touch 'em up, pops." Marcus just nodded. The timer on someone's phone started. 3 o'clock. Cody came forward fast, crisp jab, low kick, another jab. Classic pressure fighter. Marcus slipped the first punch like he was sidestepping raindrops. The kick grazed his thigh and he didn't even flinch. Cody smirked. "Okay, lucky." He doubled the jab, threw a cross, spun into a heel kick. Marcus caught the leg under one arm, dumped Cody on his back with zero drama, and stepped away. The gym went dead silent except for the slap of Cody's body on the mat. Cody popped up, ears red. Lucky takedown. Marcus said nothing. Round 2 started with fury. Cody blitzed, combinations, knees, elbows. He was fast. Really fast. For 30 seconds the janitor looked overwhelmed, covering up, circling away, breathing hard. Someone muttered, "Told you he was just the cleaning guy." Then Cody overcommitted on a spinning elbow. Marcus timed it perfectly. He stepped inside, forearm against Cody's chest, and executed a textbook Asotogari, a major outer reap that sent the black belt crashing so hard his mouthguard flew 3 feet. Before Cody could scramble, Marcus was on top, sinking an armbar with the calm of a man buttering toast. Cody tapped instantly. The phone timers read 1:12. Marcus released, stood, and offered a hand. Cody took it, dazed. "Again?" Marcus asked quietly. Cody nodded, ego bleeding but pride still flickering. "Third round." This time Cody fought smart, kept distance, used teeps to the body, circled. He landed a solid question mark kick to Marcus's ribs. The janitor winced. Cody smelled blood. He rushed in for the finish. Big mistake. Marcus changed levels like a ghost, scooped a double leg that would have made an Olympic wrestler jealous, and deposited Cody on the mat again. This time he didn't let go. He floated to mount, trapped an arm, and locked a Kimura. Cody's eyes went wide. He tapped before the shoulder even hyperextended. Time. 0:47. The phones were shaking now. Nobody was laughing. Marcus stood, chest rising and falling, sweat finally darkening his shirt. Cody stayed on his knees for a second, staring at the mat like it had betrayed him. Sensei Park finally spoke. "Marcus, why the hell are you mopping my floors?" The janitor looked at the circle of stunned faces, then down at his calloused hands. "Because my daughter needs health insurance," he said. "And the night shift pays time and a half." A girl's voice came from the doorway nobody had noticed was open. "Daddy." Everyone turned. A skinny 10-year-old with braided hair and a backpack almost as big as she was stood there clutching a stuffed giraffe. Her name was Aaliyah. She wasn't supposed to be here. Mrs. Rodriguez next door was supposed to watch her, but the babysitter had fallen asleep again. Aaliyah's eyes were huge. "Are you okay?" Marcus crossed the mat in 4 strides and knelt, pulling her into his arms. "I'm fine, baby. Why aren't you home?" "I woke up and you weren't there and I got scared so I walked. It's only 6 blocks. 6 blocks. In the dark. In this neighborhood." Marcus closed his eyes so tight it hurt. Cody found his voice first. Sir, who are you?" Marcus stood, keeping Aaliyah's hand in his. He looked tired down to his bones. "Long time ago," he said, "I was Marcus the Silent Storm Jackson. 2-time All-Army Combatives champion. Fought in the first UFCs before they even had weight classes. Went 14-0. Then I blew out my knee in '98. No insurance. No degree. Got hooked on the pain pills they gave me. Lost everything. House, wife, custody, the works. The gym was a tomb. Been clean 12 years now," he continued. "Took whatever jobs I could get. Night janitor at the hospital, then here. This place. It keeps me close to the mats. Keeps me sane. I watch you kids train every night. Makes me remember who I was. And who I'm trying to be for her." He looked down at Aaliyah, who was staring at the black belts like they were superheroes. A tear slipped down Cody's cheek. He didn't bother hiding it. "I'm sorry," Cody whispered. I was an asshole." Marcus gave the smallest shrug. "You're young. Young is allowed to be stupid sometimes. Just don't stay stupid." Sensei Park stepped forward. "Marcus, the assistant instructor position that just opened up? It's yours if you want it. Full benefits. Day classes. You can bring Aaliyah after school. We'll figure the rest out." Marcus's mouth opened, but nothing came out. One of the female black belts, a quiet college student named Mia, spoke up. "I'm pre-med. I know people at the children's hospital. Let me make some calls about her asthma treatments." Another voice. Then another. Offers poured in, ride shares, grocery gift cards, someone's cousin who fixes cars cheap. The same people who'd been laughing minutes ago now looked ready to carry Marcus on their shoulders. Aaliyah tugged her dad's sleeve. "Daddy, does this mean you get to wear the black belt again?" Marcus looked at the rack of belts on the wall. His own black belt, faded, frayed, still hanging in the back office where Sensei Park had kept it all these years like a shrine, was suddenly the most beautiful thing in the world. "Yeah, baby," he said, voice cracking. "I think it does." Cody stepped forward and bowed, deep, respectful, the way you bow to a teacher who just dismantled your entire universe. "Sir," he said, "will you teach me? For real. Not like tonight. Like, every day." Marcus studied the young man for a long moment. "Only if you learn that the belt doesn't make the man," he said finally. "The man makes the belt. And some nights, the man just needs to mop the floor so his little girl can breathe easy." Cody nodded so hard his neck hurt. Marcus turned to the circle. "Anybody else wants to spar the janitor? Doors open tomorrow at 6 a.m. Bring coffee." Soft laughter rippled, warm this time, not mocking. Aaliyah looked up at her father like he was 10 feet tall. "I knew you were a superhero," she whispered. "You just didn't have your cape on." Marcus kissed the top of her braids. "Sometimes the cape's invisible, baby girl. But it's always there." As father and daughter walked out into the cool night, the gym lights behind them looked a little softer, a little brighter. And every black belt in that room stood a little straighter, knowing they'd just been handed the most important lesson they'd ever learn on a mat. Real strength isn't in how hard you hit. It's in how quietly you keep getting back up, long after the crowd stops cheering and the lights go dim, so someone who believes in you